Right, time to say goodbye to Cerulean. Not that there's anyone we'd be all that attached to, other than the nurse behind the desk. And we're gonna be meeting up with a lot of other nurses with the exact same dialogue in later towns and spots between towns. Probably part of why I've been going out of my way to make connections with members of our team, since the first generation really doesn't let you form any kind of ties with really anybody you meet. Considering how few officers we've seen and how many rockets we've found so far, that's not that surprising. If anything, what they did made the place look more interesting than the usual buildings we walk into. And I also appreciate their work in here since it gives us an opening to move to the next town. Definitely sad that the cops couldn't find this guy, when he was literally on the other side of the hole in the wall he left behind. Seriously, if you can't make the leap of logic to check the other side of a blatant hole in the wall, I won't even trust you to do parking tickets, much less actual investigative work. Kind of confused that karate chop isn't a fighting type move. Hell, I think MACHOP is the only Pokemon that can learn it in this generation. Of course, I also find it funny that a MACHOP evolves into what looks like a pro wrestler. Granted, pro wrestlers over the years have done a chopping motion towards the chest, but that never really felt like a karate-style chop to me. Well, assuming this DROWZEE only knows Hypnosis and Pound, we should be able to take him down. Shit! Of course the bastard knows Confusion! That changes things up, but the only member of our team that would actually be able to tank that attack is Neo, and he doesn't have any non-psychic moves to throw back at the bastard. Well, at least he only used his strongest move once, and that led to Marbleback getting his score up to 14, and the overall score for the team to 122. I wasn't even asking for the TM you stole. And we have no option to give the guy the thing that was stolen from him. Look, I know this is a very old game, but still, that just feels painfully contrived as a way to give us that particular move, especially since it's not an absolutely essential move to have in our arsenal. And some Pokemon can learn it on their own. Granted, it's not as bad of a reward as Bite was, but still. Okay, this should be the last time we talk to the Cerulean nurse. Oh, I very much doubt you'll be seeing us again, but you'll probably hear from other centers in other towns about this kid that goes on odd patrols. Wonder just how many fewer people she'll end up interacting with after this, because, well, it's not like we've seen anyone else walk up to the nurse here. Right, of course we need cut in order to go down that path, and we don't have it yet. That'd probably feel less annoying if we had a story that had more to it than constantly temporarily being unable to move on because of various roadblocks here and there. Right, doesn't look like any items near here to grab. And we have another roadblock. And the only way to unblock this path is to get this man a drink. And the only place to get drinks in the area is the area he's blocking us from getting to in the first place. Of course, that is kind of possible. I could be misremembering where those drinks are anyway. Okay. Why would I want to trade one common Pokemon for another common one that we can easily find in this same game? I know this is the first game in the franchise, and they've got every right to be feeling their way around to see how they want to handle things around here. But that's not going to prevent me in present day from being annoyed by several factors, even if it's unfair of me to be annoyed by them right now. I assume that building is another one that's gonna have someone complaining about being thirsty and not letting us through. Honestly, I don't give a damn what your conversation was. I was looking for more meaningful contact with other people around here, but hey, if you want to add to our scorecard, then go right ahead. Right. Definitely not the fight for Marbleback. Though why is that still a Squirtle instead of a Wartortle? Seriously, it's level 20 and I'm pretty sure the Kanto starters all evolve at the same levels. Wish I could feel sorry for the guy losing like that, but then it's not like these battles seem to have any stakes for these people, other than just lost pride and money. Though if the player took that kind of loss, then we'd pretty much faint, white out, then wake up in a previously visited Pokemon Center with less money in our pants. Again, not much of a consequence for losing compared to what the story in a lot of other games I go through typically throw at us. And while that is indeed part of the reason why I decided to LP this game and other Pokemon games, part of me would have liked a bit more of a motivation to take on every trainer in every road and in every building, other than just for the sheer sake of experience and money. Sure, me adding in the scorecard is helping a little, but it doesn't change the fact that our hero has no motivation to try and be the best like no one ever was, other than one of the franchise's taglines. Besides, since this is the first generation, it's not like I could try to compare our score in this game with other Pokemon games we've gone through. At least not yet. Well, this Pikachu may as well be Neo's introduction to the scoreboard. Yeah, poor little guy didn't even cause a single HP of damage. Definitely feeling a bit guilty that the series mascot is just another fluffball to crush to me. And of course, we never learned what they were talking about. That was just something unique to make them slightly more memorable than the other trainers we regularly crush in our wake. Not that it's especially memorable to me, since I'll probably forget they ever existed after another clip or two. Well, I don't think I'm all that good, since I don't have all that much to compare myself to at the moment. Though our team certainly has taken down quite a few trainer-earned Pokemon here so far. Holy shit! A bug trainer that actually let its Pokemon fully evolve! I didn't think we'd ever run into one out here! That kid really could have done quite a bit of damage if he just remembered that Butterfree has a psychic attack. Seriously, he had an advantage against Porco Aku here. Well, in that particular fight, I'd say you should go more for immediately damaging moves rather than trying to do stunts for when you've already got a type advantage in your belt. But then who am I to give advice in battle when I've yet to win a single tournament or beat anyone other than myself? Well, that's certainly less scary than running into an unexpected Butterfree, even if this is around the point when a Butterfree stops feeling especially great to have on a team anymore. Tempting to keep Kawaku out there, but I'd say his accuracy has taken enough abuse for now. Well, that's a one-hit win for Neo, and I'm sure there's going to be a common thing for him as we keep going on. As nice as it would be to keep upping Neo's score, Kawaku could use a bit more experience at the moment. Good job getting to level 21, Kawaku. If only I remembered what level he'll learn Double Kick. That's when I'm planning on using the Moonstone we grabbed back at Mount Moon to get him to Nidoking, but if it takes too long, I'll probably just turn him anyway. Oh, my secret is creepily patrolling the same section of grass for an extended period of time, to the point that I look like an absolute lunatic. And good God, if this is the level of the standard trainers already, then I have the distinct feeling we should do at least a little more grinding before getting on the SSN and getting to our next rival battle. I don't think us missing is gonna actually do anything to help that SPEAROW survive this. Big hint. If you send out the same breed of Pokemon as what you're fighting, and the other person is higher level, you'd better have a trump card of some kind. Because if your hope is you're just gonna get lucky, then you're just asking to get your ass handed to you. I'm afraid you did start it. After all, we walked in front of you and you couldn't contain yourself. You just had to test if you were a better trainer, and you couldn't quite pull it off here. Not that you could have known that at a glance. Anyone else figure that the Pokemon world needs more than just people having badges inside their jacket as a sign of just how capable somebody might be? It might not stop all of the various curb stomps on the road, but it might make some trainers think twice about getting dominated like this. That assumes that everything is balanced, and I somehow doubt any Pokemon game ever felt especially balanced. Again, the dialogue people are saying here feels like tutorial stuff that should have been drilled into the player's head back before we got our first gym badge. Anyway, this is about as good a place as any to save before we head back north for a bit of grinding. Okay, why did I just take Nim off the team just to put him back in? Have we done that already before? I'm pretty sure we have. Considering there are 3 people who call themselves the fishing guru in this game, Why are they each called the Guru? And why do all three of you seem to have the exact same damn lines, though maybe I'm misremembering? Sorry, but I'm perfectly happy with the one fish we bought and then raised to a sea serpent. Anything else we could catch with a fishing rod would just feel redundant at this point. Not yet, since we haven't gone that far south, but we will see her soon enough. And sadly enough, I preferred the SS Anne in the anime episode, where it ended up sinking, especially since the next episode was all about the heroes and Team Rocket trying to get out of the sunken ship alive. As it's used in this game, it's just another forgettable location that we just happen to need to go through in order to make some progress. How did I manage to not notice this guy last time we went through here? Great. Here I was hoping he'd have a bee drill to go along with the other bug trainers BUTTERFREE, but we're back to dealing with basic worms. Well, Nim is firmly in the lead right now. Though, since he's leveled up, it's probably time to stop his current bit of score growth for a while. Yeah, sending Neo against a Weedle is downright overkill to an obscene degree. Well, Neo hasn't quite made it to Ace just yet, just 2 more wins before he gets that status. Conversely, Nim currently has a score of 28.5, and the team overall has 134 trainer wins overall. Assuming, of course, I haven't made any mistakes as I count them up from one clip to the next. Anyway, let's do some grinding for the rest of this clip. I don't think we have a Mankey in our box just yet. Of course, I don't really feel the need to have any fighting types on our team. Shame, since I like a number of fighting types, but again, there's only so many slots on the team. And Nim's slot is reserved for our future fire type that we'll catch probably much later on in the game. Well, at least we didn't have to spend too many balls to get that little guy. I suppose that's something. I'm pretty sure a lot of anime characters fit that personality type, but I think I'll just stick with a classic Greek mythology berserker. I know, is a bit of an overblown name to give to a Pokemon we're never gonna use, but still. There are numerous stories and numerous cultures that involve berserkers of one kind or another, and the Greek war god? That feels like it fits. At least I didn't use any names from any Dragon Ball characters. That counts as restraint when you're talking about an angry monkey that loves to fight. please tell me the next clip isn't going to be a lot of grinding as well. Not that fighting against numerous other trainers feels all that much more meaningful compared to the battles against wild ones. Again, nothing really has all that much weight in this game since it's got no story to speak of. It's not like our character has grown any from beating both Brock and Misty, and it's not like the world has really expanded for us outside of just letting us move around a bit more freely from point A to point B. Or at least, we would be able to move more freely if we could go back to Pewter for some reason. Ah well, at least we're still making progress, even if it isn't particularly tangible. Another surprising amount of time without a random encounter. A battle that ends up ending in one single move. I know this game has repels for sale, but I can't help wondering if there's anything that attracts hostile Pokemon in this game. Or is that just another interesting idea that came in later generations? Anyway, time for us to go to the Pokemon Center again. I'm hoping that the next clip doesn't involve a lot of grinding, considering how much we've done so far in the game overall right now.